It's Monday, July 13th, 2020. The Day Weather Podcast today will be talking about a small break from the heat. We have some relief from the heat as we head into the next couple of days. It'll still be very warm today, but you'll notice Tuesday and Wednesday will definitely be a little bit cooler. Also, we did see some subtropical moisture come in from the south over the weekend. Some of you, especially in some of the Four Corners area, the eastern slopes of Colorado, parts of Wyoming, did get back into thunderstorms last night, as well as Kansas and parts of Nebraska. That monsoon moisture is creeping in now. It's still not going to be of the depth and breadth that we want it to be, but we're finally showing signs of life from that monsoon. So thunderstorms are going to be a better possibility. Now, temperatures do heat back up again later in the week and towards the weekend, but we're still going to stay in the range of just summertime hot. We're not going to shatter records, but we're going to be very warm. Now, we'll give you a Comet Neowise update and see where that comet is going to be found now as it heads towards the evening skies. This is where we are right now with the upper level pattern. We have the hot dome of high pressure here over Arizona and New Mexico. That's where it was over the weekend. That's where it is to start this week. Notice this little guy up here. There's a trough in western Canada that is going to bring a cool front through, and what it's also going to do is it's going to cause this high pressure to be a little bit suppressed to the south and east, and that's going to suppress the heat. So today is still going to be hot, but we're going to see that heat cool off a bit. Now, as this front, which is up here, approaches, later today, we do run the risk of some severe weather in this region. Now, the severe weather will be in the north central plains and across portions of central Nebraska, but notice eastern Colorado, parts of Nebraska, Kansas, right here, we could have some severe weather. ENH means enhanced risk of severe weather, and you don't see these very often, so it's a foregone conclusion. Severe weather, heavy rain, hail, possible tornado activity there. All of this heat colliding with the cooler air from this front up here is setting the stage really for the next 2 days for some strong to severe thunderstorms along and east of the Continental Divide here. We'll have a few strong ones tomorrow, but today is certainly the highest risk. This system moves east across Canada, and notice the high is a little bit further to the south. We're not looking at nearly as much heat, so temperatures, especially here, Tuesday and Wednesday, are going to be noticeably cooler. And as we go through the next 4 days, we see that subtropical moisture expanding now. Look at this, getting further into the Great Basin, and we've got a lot more green and yellow and blue on the map showing up now. So you can see that it's going to be along and east of I-25 where the deeper moisture will be. But this moisture in the western slopes of Colorado back into Utah, well, that's the real deal. This is going to be rain-producing showers and thunderstorms finally. Now, if we go out to Thursday, this is what we talked about last week. The high pressure gets more centered in the Midwest. The clockwise flow around the high brings that subtropical moisture in. It also is warmer. Notice there's just more red and brighter colors here. That just means hotter air comes back in. But with that hotter air is going to be subtropical moisture. So the monsoon, it's weak. It's not a very intense monsoon, but it is finally getting going. These are the 10 days of temperatures averaged out across North America. Blue means below normal. Anywhere you see yellow or orange or red, temperatures are above average. Notice this penetration here of some cooler air coming into the northern Rockies and northern Plains states for the next 10 days. So yes, most of the nation is going to remain very warm to hot at times, but we're going to see a little bit of relief up here from the real heat, and some of that will spread a little bit to the south and east as we get later into the 10-day period. As we look to 10 days out from now, the high is still in the Midwest, so that flow of moisture continues to come in. So as we go through the last 2 weeks of July, we're going to see the thunderstorms return. If you look out to the next 15 days, the precipitation forecast is certainly more encouraging. Certainly there's more moisture now west of the divide as well. But look into the plain states. They really, really need the rain here. We hope this comes to fruition. It does look like there is going to be some active thunderstorm activity that could help out some really dry areas here. Of course, this is a model, so it could be over forecasting it. Now let's update you on the comet. Comet Neowise, starting today, is now going to become an evening comet. It actually became an evening comet last night across the world, but it's going to be climbing higher and higher in the evening skies as we go through the days and the weeks ahead. It's putting on quite a show, folks. Its tail's getting bigger. It's very bright. It's a naked eye comet, but binoculars and a pair telescope or a pair of binoculars will really heighten the experience. Starting tonight, you can look off to the north-northwest at 330 degrees just after sunset. It's still very low on the horizon, but find a place, get away from the city lights, look off to the northwest, find the end of the Big Dipper, and look down, and you should be able to find it, especially with a pair of binoculars. Now, notice what happens by the end of the week. Look how it climbs. This is where Comet Neowise is going to be this evening, right here to the north-northwest. However, by Friday, it's all the way up to here, and it's basically going up towards and near the Big Dipper over time. So really, really encourage folks to go out and see it, especially now that you don't have to get up at the crack of dawn to see it. It's now going to be an evening comet. Thanks for listening and watching the Day Weather Podcast. Have a great Monday.